everybody, it's me, Leah. Thank you so much for checking out a video from my channel. I really appreciate it, especially because you're checking out something that's part of my new series on being an actress in New York City and what that's like. I just a couple weeks ago got to do my first ever modeling job. I am not a model at all, but I think that you should not have limits as a person and you should just go for whatever you want to go for, and the fact that I got this job proves that. So that's the message that I want to send out with this whole video and my whole series on this and my whole channel and my whole life really is just to go for things and just go out and get what you want out of life. You can probably tell by looking at me right now that I am a fan of Harley Quinn. I have been for quite a while. I love Batman the Animated Series and I love her in the comics. And last year for Halloween 2015, I decided to be her for that holiday, my favorite holiday. I knew every girl was gonna dress up like her this year because of Suicide Squad coming out, so I was like, I gotta get ahead of the pack. It was an amazing day. Me and the apple of my eye went to my cousin's game. She was cheerleading, and then I took my cousins trick-or-treating, and it was just really fun and amazing, and that's what it was. It was fun. That's it. It wasn't like I'm trying to get a job right now. Then in July, I know a lot of you guys know me from RCL Beauty 101's channel. I played Harley Quinn for her in 2 of her shorts for her channel. So I submitted for the casting, and I also sent along a photo of me from Halloween as Harley. Because I figured, even if it's just a silly Halloween thing, let me just give her an idea of what I look like as this character. I just couldn't believe that I was getting paid to be one of my favorite characters and have fun. And that was one of the coolest things. 3 weeks ago, I saw another casting and it said that they were looking for a model for a Margot Robbie Suicide Squad shoot. So I knew they were talking about my girl Harley, of course. And I was like, you know what? They want a real model. It was for Condé Nast Entertainment, which is a huge company in New York City. They mainly produce magazines, like really big magazines that you guys all know. For decades and decades they've been around, and I was like, they're gonna want a real model and they're gonna have real models applying to this because it's Condé Nast. But I was like, let me just apply anyway. Who cares? What's the worst thing that happens? They laugh at my pictures and I never hear anything about it the rest of my life? Who cares? I'm applying. So I applied, and literally within the hour they were like, we want to book you for this. So I was like, okay. I'm not trying to be down on myself and say, oh, I never thought I would be a model, blah blah blah. But I am 5'3", I don't have straight teeth, I've never been a size 0. So when it comes to modeling, like it was always something that I just wasn't able to do. Like I wasn't going to be actress/model. So it was just really exciting. I think that as much as I value what's on the inside and not what's on the outside and stuff, it's just really fucking cool to have someone hire you as a model. It's just really exciting and fun and interesting, you know. I love dressing up, I love being other characters, and I thought, what a great opportunity to get to do something that I'm probably never going to get to do otherwise. I mean, you get your foot in the door in this business any way you can, and for me, that door was kicked open by Miss Harleen Quinzel, so thank you, girl. I love you. So I did shoot some footage on the day of the shoot, so here's me in the morning trying to cover up my big old bags under my eyes. Good morning, guys. Today I have my first ever, this is a big deal in the history of Leah, modeling gig. If you remember from my other video where I was working on the crime show, I had on those under eye pads that take care of your bags, and I made some today myself. See, this is what it takes. Okay, this is what it takes to be a model. Just doing an official video about that because Giselle is not available today. Adriana Lima had a dentist appointment, so you're getting me. I remember leaving so early for the shoot that day because I was like, I am not going to be late. This is a big company. This is modeling. I'm not going to blow this one. The traffic in Manhattan was even worse than it usually is, which it's usually the worst thing in the world, but it was even worse than the worst thing in the world. Thank God I know my way around that city. I was weaving through so many fucking blocks. You would have thought I was a cab driver. I am so proud of myself. I shaved so much time off my lateness, but I was still 15 minutes late, and I was like, because I hate being late, and I hate when people are just late and they don't care, and I blah. So I was like so wanting to be on time, but the people were so nice. They didn't seem to care at all that I was late. I had contacted them beforehand. So I waited for a few minutes in the office waiting room, and then I went in to get my hair and makeup done. Now, I was modeling for a live makeup demo, so I didn't get all of my makeup done, but basically the demo was going to be very short, so there wouldn't be time to do all my hair and makeup on that. So she did most of my makeup in this office. This live demo was for like the most popular Halloween makeup looks this year. Obviously, Harley was one, then there was a mermaid, and she was sitting in the chair when I walked in, and the makeup on her face was absolutely amazing. I was so impressed. And then the third one was that Snapchat filter with the butterfly. I have to say, I was so impressed with this makeup artist. I will put her name down below. You guys should totally follow her. She's a makeup artist, hairstylist, and photographer, and she actually like does everything herself. It's really, really cool. She'll do like her own hair and makeup, and she'll do these extreme amazing looks that look like they belong in Vogue, and then she'll actually shoot them herself because she's a photographer. A representative from the makeup company came to meet us. The makeup company is Maron, New York, and they're actually a really big theater makeup company. They've been around for almost 100 years. They opened sometime in the 20s. They're actually one of the first companies to support drag queens, like way back in the day when it was totally not accepted. I mean, you have your hateful people today. Imagine how it was like way back then. Men would come and buy makeup from them for their, you know, drag shows, and they were fully supportive, and I just think that's awesome. So I felt like it was an honor to model this company's makeup and work with them. It was really, really cool. After that, we got into cabs and went down to the Condé Nast building, which is down by the World Trade Center. As you can see, I only had on part of the makeup. We got to the Condé Nast building, and they were really nice. They didn't have like a full crafting, but they offered us drinks and stuff. I got more of my makeup done by the makeup artist, and we waited for a while before going into the dressing room. So they had us all sit in a row, and they basically had this makeup artist host the whole thing, and she really did a good job with what she had. Like, she didn't have any time to rehearse, she didn't have a script or anything, and I think she definitely wasn't used to being on camera, so I could tell she was a little nervous, but I think she really did a good job pulling it off. She basically had to, using the Maron makeup, finish all of our looks, and what I really like that she did with mine, I really kind of want to buy this makeup because the paint that she used on my face was water activated. What she said in the video was you can start off your makeup like this, which I dragged mine down a little bit and I made mine a little bit messy and stuff because that's how it is. So basically her point was that you could start out your Halloween party or whatever by having more polished makeup, and then you can spray water onto your face and just kind of let the makeup drip down and get wet because it is water activated. So I actually think that's an absolutely wonderful idea for anybody who's playing Harley. I know that, you know, when I was playing her in Rachel's videos, I just kind of went like this and smeared my lipstick and just like smeared everything because, you know, Harley's going through a lot of shit, and now I look like a total mess, but hey, so does she. So I did all of that stuff, but I think the water effect was especially just really cool. So we finished the shoot pretty quickly because it was a live demo, so once it was done, we were done. We did spend some time like taking pictures and stuff like that. When it was all over, I really didn't want to take my makeup off. I felt like she had just finished it. She had done such a good job. I love Halloween. It was like 2.5 weeks before Halloween, and I just decided to leave it on and hang out in the city. I was also meeting up with someone, so I went sightseeing at the new Oculus at the World Trade Center. was so awesome. Like, I've been to the World Trade Center many times, but I had never been to this new building, which it's basically just a mall, but they made this amazing architecture out of it. Instead of just building a mall, they actually made this beautiful, amazing structure. So if you are in Manhattan, please get down there to see that as soon as you can, because it was just amazing to see. I just love seeing interesting, beautiful architecture in person like that, and I feel so blessed to live here where I can just, you know, head down the street to the Oculus after my modeling shoot. Come on, that's the life. Like, I was very happy this day. It was funny being around like a tourist area looking like Harley. I got a lot of people stopping and talking to me. A lot of people asked for my picture, and by a lot I mean 3, but like usually people don't ask for my photo, like they don't ask to take a picture with me, so 3 is a lot to me. And one girl, she didn't speak that much English, so maybe she meant something else, but she said to me like, "Are you really her?" And I think that she meant like, "Am I really Margot Robbie?" Which was really funny because no, I'm not. And imagine if she walked around in Harley makeup just looking for attention. That would be really sad. Or maybe just really committed and cool. I don't know. So then I had to go up to Columbia University, which if you're not familiar with New York, say this is New York, the World Trade Center is all the way down here, and Columbia is all the way up here on like 116th, I think. And so Harley Quinn took the subway. Sure is hot down here. I actually met someone for dinner first and then went to Columbia, and while I was waiting for them, I was like waiting outside the restaurant on the street, just standing in front of the restaurant, and the amount of little girls that looked at me the same way that I get looked at when I'm in princess costume was really remarkable. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about little girls being that enamored with Harley, because she's someone who has not made very good decisions. They would spot me and it was like, like the same thing I get when I'm Ariel or Cinderella or Rapunzel or whatever. Like, it was really weird. I was like, wow, little girls love Harley? Like, I kind of love that, but I kind of hate it at the same time. I love kids, so I love talking to kids, and you know, I got to talk to a few kids and I was very nice as Harley. I wasn't crazy Harley, so hopefully they won't date a maniac and drive themselves insane. Overall, again, I just want to say, you guys, follow your dreams. Like, you can do whatever in the fuck you want to do. I'm serious. When I was Harley last year for Halloween, if you had told me that I would be paid to act as Harley and then model as Harley, I never would have believed you. But the sky's the limit, and you can do whatever you want to do. Don't limit your experiences. Just because you think you're one thing doesn't mean you can't be another thing too. Doesn't mean you can't go out and have experiences that you never thought you would have. Some people stop dressing up and playing with makeup and playing with clothes when they get older, and some of us just can't let that part go and just can't stop being young at heart and playing around. And that playing around and dressing up is how I make my living. It is how I pay my bills. Like, I have a phone because I dress up as princesses every weekend and make kids happy. I made a lot of money doing this shit. So don't ever limit yourself, and don't let anybody tell you that you're silly or childish or put the costumes away. Halloween was a week ago. I don't care. I still look like this, and I'm proud of it, and I feel awesome, and I'm so happy that I got to model so I could cross that off my bucket list. But like I said, it wasn't even really on my bucket list. Sometimes dreams come true that you didn't even really dare to even dream of. So yay! If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe, because I'm going to do so many other awesome, cool videos. You guys aren't even going to believe it. Thank you so much for watching, my little puddins, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Harley Quinn at Columbia University. Check it out. Now, seeing that I already went to medical school, I don't think that I'm very impressed by this dump